In a sun-kissed city of Africa, Amina was known for her stunning beauty. Men were captivated by her charm, but Amina harbored a secret hatred for them. She belonged to a sisterhood that drained men of their destinies. One day, she met Nuru, a humble trader who made her feel something new. For the first time, Amina felt drawn to someone who didn't fall for her beauty. Conflicted by her feelings, she devised a plan to claim his essence. But as she watched him sleep, her heart began to change. Realizing she loved him, Amina faced a heartbreaking choice. Could love redeem her and transform their destinies forever? In a vibrant little city nestled amidst rolling hills and sun-kissed landscapes of Africa, there lived a young woman named Amina. Amina was renowned for her breathtaking beauty. Whenever she strolled through the bustling streets, all eyes were irresistibly drawn to her. It was as if an enchanting spell enveloped her, captivating the hearts of men and stirring a delightful chaos in her wake. The very air thrummed with whispers of admiration, her allure undeniable and profoundly magnetic. Yet beneath the shimmering facade of her striking beauty, Amina concealed a tumultuous secret. She bore a deep-seated animosity towards men, a sentiment rooted in the shadows of her past. Despite her wealth and the lavish lifestyle she enjoyed, supported by wealthy suitors who showered her with gifts and took her on extravagant trips, Amina had never held a job. Rich and powerful men from across the realm would offer her everything, from luxurious homes to exotic holidays, captivated by her charms and the allure of her presence. Little did they know Amina was a devoted member of a clandestine sisterhood known as the Daughters of the Sun. Formed by women seeking empowerment and revenge in a world dominated by men, the sisterhood thrived on their shared experiences, channeling their pain into a pursuit for power and influence. Each member was tasked with finding affluent men, and through intimacy, draining them of their destinies, utilizing their power to forge their own paths of wealth and protection. By the age of 24, Amina had already claimed the essence of over 400 men, leaving them empty and lost. Her influence within the Daughters of the Sun had risen steadily, placing her at the 13th rank, a position of respect and envy among her peers. Amina lived in grandeur, surrounded by a vast estate filled with staff to cater to her every whim. To outsiders, her life appeared flawless, marked by travels across cities and towns. Each journey was a guise, a cover for her relentless quest to seek out men with shining destinies. One fateful day, as Amina prepared to embark on another journey, her phone buzzed with news that the 6th position in the sisterhood was vacant. The previous occupant had passed away, and the sisterhood sought a member capable of bringing in the most exceptional man within the next 2 weeks. Amina's heart raced with excitement. This was her chance to climb the ranks further. She was determined to seize it. Upon her arrival in the small town, she was greeted with the usual stares of admiration. Her beauty radiated like sunlight breaking through clouds, illuminating the streets as she walked. Later that evening, Amina ventured into a local bar, where she met a wealthy man who introduced himself as Kofi. Though his light was dim compared to others she had encountered, Amina engaged in flirtation, spending the night in his luxurious hotel suite. It was merely a means to an end, a stepping stone toward her goal. The following day, Amina explored the town, eager to discover its secrets. Men approached her, eager to converse, but none possessed the qualities she sought. Her wandering led her to the bustling market, where she encountered a man named Nuru, a local trader known for his generosity and compassion. He was tall, muscular, and had an aura that made him stand apart from others. The townsfolk revered him, sharing tales of his kindness and charitable deeds, a stark contrast to the machinations of Amina. As they walked through the market, Amina found herself inexplicably drawn to Nuru. When she purchased some oranges, she noticed a unique light glowing atop his head, brighter than anything she had ever encountered. For the first time, Amina felt the tables had turned. She was spellbound, captivated by a mere orange seller. Yet to her bewilderment, Nuru didn't seem to notice her beauty at all. Meanwhile, Kofi, who had observed Amina's reaction to Nuru, attempted to regain her attention. Amina, however, was lost in thought, her heart racing, confused by the unfamiliar feelings stirring within her. For the first time in her life, she faced a challenge beyond her control. Later that night, as she retreated to her hotel room, Amina's mind remained consumed by Nuru. She had never encountered someone who could resist her allure. In her desperation to understand the light surrounding him, she reached out to her superior in the Daughters of the Sun. Upon learning that Nuru possessed an alpha light, a rare radiance indicative of immense potential, Amina felt both exhilarated and conflicted. The sisterhood encouraged her to seduce him, promising that claiming his essence would solidify her rank within the organization. Determined to pursue her mission, Amina prepared herself for a second meeting with Nuru. She exuded every ounce of charm she could muster, her heart racing with anticipation. The next day, she approached him under the guise of needing a guide to explore the town, leveraging his reputation as a good man. Nuru, ever kind-hearted, agreed but insisted that he would not accept payment for his time. As they spent more time together, Amina struggled to maneuver through her own emotions. While she tried to charm Nuru with flirtation, he remained oblivious to her advances, focusing instead on the stories of the town. Amina's discomfort grew. Never had a man failed to recognize her beauty and allure. Days passed and she concocted a plan to win Nuru over. That evening, she invited him to the bar in her hotel, feigning intoxication as a way to draw him closer. But when he carried her to her room, she attempted to reveal her body, hoping his primal instincts would take over. Instead, Nuru fled the room, leaving Amina enraged and confused. Staring at her reflection in the mirror, Amina grappled with her identity. She still saw a beautiful woman, yet the feeling of rejection stung unlike anything she had known. Desperate, she decided to take matters into her own hands. She would drug Nuru, ensuring he would be unable to resist her charm. As the sun rose the next day, Amina prepared her plan meticulously. She invited Nuru to her hotel for a meal, secretly lacing his food with a substance that would render him helpless. Once he succumbed to sleep, she would have her way with him, claiming his alpha light as her own. However, as she watched him sleep peacefully, Amina found herself paralyzed by an unexpected revelation. The softness of his features, the genuine kindness he had shown her. She felt a surge of affection breaking through her hardened heart. Tears streamed down her face as she recognized that she had fallen in love with Nuru, a man who had treated her not as an object, but as a person deserving of respect and care. Unable to go through with her plan, Amina left the room, tormented by her inner conflict. She realized that she could no longer embrace the darkness that had defined her life for so long. The chains of her past began to shatter, revealing the possibility of a different path, one filled with love and acceptance. The following day, Amina sought out Nuru to confess everything, but she learned he had not returned to work. Panic surged within her. She rushed to his home only to find Nuru bedridden, sick from the drug she had given him. He lashed out at her, filled with anger and distrust. The guilt consumed Amina as she pleaded for forgiveness, but Nuru could not bring himself to listen. Heartbroken, she retreated to her hotel room, grappling with the repercussions of her actions. With the deadline for her promotion looming, Amina received a call from her superior at the Daughters of the Sun. They warned her of the consequences of falling in love and declared she would be expelled from the sisterhood unless she killed Nuru. Faced with a heartbreaking choice, Amina's spirit dwindled. She could feel her heart breaking as she weighed her options, her ambitions against her newfound love. Days passed with no sign of Nuru. The weight of her choices bore down heavily as she packed her belongings, preparing to leave the town. Just as she was about to depart, she noticed royal guards blocking the road. Nuru stood among them, his expression a mixture of anger and pain. "Amina!" he called out, his voice steady. "I never liked you when we first met. I was never attracted to you, but as we spent time together, I began to feel something more. It hurt me deeply to know that you could betray my trust." As he knelt before her, Amina's heart raced. "I didn't mean to hurt you, Nuru. I was lost in my dark past, and I was afraid of what I felt for you." He looked into her eyes, searching for sincerity. "I want to understand you, Amina. Show me the truth of your heart." With tears streaming down her cheeks, Amina spilled her story, the abandonment, the pain, the sisterhood that had consumed her life. As she spoke, Nuru listened, his heart softening. Realization dawned upon him. Amina was a woman transformed by her experiences, seeking redemption in love. "In my heart, I believe you can change," he said gently, "just as I have come to accept my own journey. Will you be my partner as we navigate this life together?" Amina nodded, overwhelmed with emotion. "Yes, Nuru, I want to be with you." In that moment, Nuru took her hand, and they vowed to face their future together. As word spread of their union, the townsfolk rejoiced, recognizing the healing power of love that had transcended their pasts. Together, they transformed the community, nurturing an environment of compassion and support. Nuru became a beloved leader, and Amina embraced her role beside him, not as a woman seeking revenge, but as a partner in love and life. From that day forth, Amina was no longer defined by the shadows of her past, but by the brilliance of her heart. Intertwined with Nuru's destiny, their love became a beacon of hope, proving that even in the deepest darkness, love has the power to illuminate and transform. And so they lived happily ever after, guiding their community with kindness, leaving behind a legacy of love, unity, and healing. In life, we must remember, do not judge a book by its cover. Anyone can change when given the right kind of love.